Hey, Shalom Akim, giving all praises to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua, Ba'Shem Rakakwadash, double honor to the apostles, elders of Great Millstone. Salute to sincere Akim out there of the hopeful elect. All right, this one, I'm going to speak on the immigration crisis a little bit, because here in America, not just America, but different parts of the world, but America's Babylon the Great, where all the 12 tribes are being gathered at. So we're going to focus on America pretty much. There's certainly an immigration crisis going on here, wherein, the media want to portray it, whereas there's mainly just Mexicans and people coming from south of the border, which is like Central America and South America, all right? But there's a migration influx of those people, which those people are Israelites, okay, that are coming into the United States and basically invading this country and taking advantage of, certain opportunities here in this country, all right? But what they fail to really talk about in the mainstream media is how many heathens you got coming over here in this country from different parts of the world, man, all right? I'm talking about heathens from China, okay? Heathens from India, heathens from Africa, heathens from the Arab world, okay? These are people that's coming over here flocking to this country as well, man. But that's not really being covered on the mainstream media like that, because they want people to hate the Israelites, okay? The Mexicans and the Venezuelans and the Central American Indians, El Salvadorians and people from Honduras and such that are coming over here to this side of the world or up here into North America, okay? But this is all biblical prophecy anyway, man, all right? This is all biblical prophecy, and, America's going to be destroyed, man. America's basically, the way I see it pretty much, America is causing its own demise. And that's all through the spirit of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua, because the Most High is going to do away with America because what it has done to his people. All right? Which, first and foremost, this side of the world, America, all right, was first inhabited by North American Indians, which are of the tribe of Gad of the nation of Israel. And then the so-called white man came over here and pretty much wiped them out, man. By germ warfare and also by military warfare, mainly with the Gatling gun. All right, when they came over here and invaded America, especially the Gadites or North American Indians out there on the west, out there in the western frontier. Okay, but like I said, man, you got heathens coming in here by the masses, man. All right. And I see them. I'm tired of this shit. In all reality, man. I'm pretty sure you brothers that live in these big cities, these big urban areas, you see it as well, man. It's not just the Mexicans, it's not just the Venezuelans and such, but I see a whole lot of goddamn Africans here. I see a whole lot of Arabs here. All right. Okay. And you so-called black people, you got to understand the Africans are not your people, man. They're not your people. That's why you can't connect with them. I don't see you Jakes out here welcoming these Africans, these Hamites, in open arms, all right, and embracing them, man. Them Hamites come over here, they don't want a damn thing to do with you, man. They just trying to get settled in America and take advantage of whatever, opportunities that they can get for free from the government as they make their way over here, man. All right, and it ain't hard to tell a goddamn Hamite, man. So you can kill all that bullshit you learned in school about black people in America being Africans, man. There's certainly a difference, all right? Matter of fact, I should get that real quick. Book of Exodus, all right? Let's see if I can find this scripture. You gotta blow this one off the dust, man. All right? We didn't bring this one out in a while, this scripture. This is the book of Exodus, chapter 11, verse 7. It says, but against any of the children of Israel shall not a dog move his tongue. Dog represents heathen nations, okay? The heathen nations are considered dogs to the Most High. Basically, they're beasts, all right? Okay? So they can't say anything bad about us, man, all right? Because they weren't given the law, statutes, and commandments, and the Most High wasn't dealing with them from the get-go, okay? So the Lord said, but against any of the children of Israel, which the children of Israel consist of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and North American Indians, all right? It says, shall not a dog move his tongue, meaning they can't speak against us, man. All right? Against man or beast, that ye may know how that the Lord doth put a difference between the Egyptians and Israel. Okay? So you niggas embracing that Egyptology bullshit and all into that Kemetic nonsense, you got to come realize the truth, the simple fact that you are not African, man. All right? The Lord said he put a difference between the Egyptians and the Israelites. You so-called Negroes, you got soul, man. You got a spirit. You got a certain glow about you, an aura, all right, that separates you from these ashy ass Africans, man. Okay, all right. It ain't hard to spot an African, man. It ain't hard to differentiate an African from a so-called African American or a so-called Negro. Okay, you know, Africans, they man, them dudes act like a comb and a brush is an abomination, man. All right, they don't take care. They're not hygienic. You know, they're disgusting. They're filthy. Okay, they're deplorable, and they're an eyesore, man. You know, and the Most High is going to deal with the so-called white man for spreading that lie, teaching that you so-called black people are Africans when you are not. Okay, because the so-called white man knows how wicked and abominable and deplorable that them Africans are. All right, you know, those were our first enemies, man. Okay, but enough of them goddamn Hamites, man. But I brought that up because, you know, they're one of the main heathen nations that are migrating over here to America as well. That's not being broadcasted like that on the mainstream media because they want the Israelites to be hated, man. Okay, they want you to have a problem with the Mexicans and with the Venezuelans and the Central American Indians, but you can overlook the Africans and the Arabs and the Chinese people who are migrating over here to America. Okay, why? Because those people are not Israelites, man. All right, they want you to have a problem with Israel. This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 51, verse 1. It reads, thus saith the Lord, behold, I will rise up against Babylon and against them that dwell in the midst of them that rise against me, a destroying wind. Babylon is America once again. Okay, why? Because America carries out the same customs of ancient Babylon. Okay, what was ancient Babylon known for? It was known for witchcraft, sorcery, sun worship. Okay, and going back to Nimrod, the gathering of all nations into trying to create a one world order, a new world order, or one world government. Okay. Same thing that America is doing. That's why the United Nations headquarters is here in New York City in America. All right. But the Lord said he's going to raise up against them a destroying wind. And that destroying wind is nuclear fire. That's why America has so much beef with all of these different countries, man. And their armies are spread abroad, all up in the affairs of these different countries, trying to spread democracy, you know, women's liberation and homosexuality and all these wicked philosophies that they conjure up here in this evil society, man. In this wicked country. Okay? So these other countries are going to launch missiles at America, according to prophecy. It reads on, it says, and will send unto Babylon fanners that shall fan her. The fanners represent what? All of the turmoil, the turbulence, and the things that's going to take place in America before the nuclear missiles reach America. Okay? So there's going to be race wars in America. All right? There's going to be riots in America. There's going to be famine in America. There's going to be pestilences and plagues and disease breaking forth out here in America, man. Things are going to get ugly in this society. And these are the fanners, okay? All right? Sedition, uprising of the people is going to take place here in America, all right? You know? And that's why you got all these immigrants coming over here to this country, man, that are basically what? Destroying America, man, all right? In America, the American government, these politicians, right, especially these liberal politicians like Joe Biden, okay, and these Democrats, they allowing it, man. They allowing it. Them guys are filthy rich, so they don't worry about, you know, the immigrants coming into this country sucking this place dry, you know, okay, all right. So this is all part of the fanning that's taking place. It says, and shall empty her land. right? That's right, because there's gonna be massive riots in America, man. You know, it's so when riots are taking place, is lawlessness, and when there's lawlessness, you know, everything is for the taking. You know, it's gonna be massive looting in America. That's why you see all the shit that's going on now. When you got these, you know, you got these young guys out there looting these fucking stores, these high-end retail stores, these Gucci, Louis, and all these, you know, these high name brand stores, man. All right, and this shit is all over social media. Okay, but this is gonna happen on a more massive scale than what you see now. All right, so they're gonna empty her land. It says, "For in the day of trouble they shall be against her round about. Against him that bendeth, let the archer bend his bow." Yeah, that's right, man. America is threatening these other countries, you know, to get with the program of their new world order, okay, and their democracy and such, right? Threatening them how? Issuing sanctions against them, setting up military coups in their country, disrupting the way they run their government, the way they govern their people, okay? And then eventually even declaring war on certain countries, man. So these other countries are going to get fed up with it, and they developing their nuclear missiles to the point where the Most High is going to put it in their hearts and in the minds of their leaders, presidents, prime ministers, and such, to turn that key or press that button to launch missiles at America. All right? It says, "And against him that lifteth himself up in his brigandine." All right? Yeah, America is always bragging about their army and their military, man. Right? Uplifted with pride. You know, the few, the proud, the Marines, the army, be all you can be, and all that bullshit, man. Okay? Well, the Lord got something for that, man. The Lord is going to turn all these other nations against America. It says, "And spare ye not her young men, destroy ye utterly all her hosts." Yeah, America's military structure is going to be fucking destroyed, man. You know? And they all a bunch of bitches anyway, man. Okay? They allow homosexuals and homos and punks, queers, and all of that shit in their military, man. And this has been going on since around the time of the Clinton administration. Well, it's become more popularized. They had something, a term that they use in the military, don't ask, don't tell. Meaning, don't ask if this recruit is a homosexual, and that recruit, don't tell. You don't have to tell that you're a homosexual, man. So this shit has been going on for a long time. All right? A bunch of queers and punks in the U.S. military, man. Okay? So the Lord is going to have it with it. Their army is going to be destroyed. It says, "Thus the slain shall fall in the land of the Chaldeans, and they that are thrust through in her streets." The land of the Chaldeans is America. All right? It says, "For Israel has not been forsaken, for nor Judah of his God, of the Lord of hosts." That's right. So Israel, which is you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and North American Indians, the Lord didn't forsake you. That's why you got brothers and sisters that are rising up spiritually, okay? Remembering who they are, their nationality, remembering who their power is. Yahweh wa Yahweh Shai. All right? It says, though their land was filled with sin against the Holy One of Israel. Yeah, we went off. We went off, and the Lord punished us, put us in America, served slavery. You know, our people had their land stripped from them. Okay? We done been through all of the hell, man. So-called white man through everything that he can possibly throw at us to try to get rid of us as a nation, man. Okay? All right? It says, "Flee out of the midst of Babylon and deliver every man his soul." That's right. You got to get out of that goddamn American mentality, man. Okay? Right? And come back to your true nationality. It says, "Be not cut off in her iniquity." Yeah, because America's going to be destroyed by thermonuclear missiles, man. All right? And the only way you can be delivered is if you are the elect. And the elect is going to come back to the fact that they're Israelites, man. Okay? It says, for this is the time of the Lord's vengeance. He will render unto her a recompense. Babylon has been a golden cup in the Lord's hand that made all the earth drunken. And that's why all these people are flocking to America. All right? Babylon has been a golden cup in the Lord's hand. People come over here seeking opportunity. That's how we know that America is Babylon. All right? Why else would people come over here to this side of the world, man? All right? It ain't nothing but shit going on in this country, man. Especially here in New York City, man. This is a ran down city. The economy is collapsing. The infrastructure is collapsing. Some of these other third world countries are being built up, right? They're being built up. Their infrastructure is being built up. This is going to take a time process, but nonetheless, it is being built up while America's falling off. But yet still, you got immigrants flocking over here to this country. Okay? All right? Why is that? Because of prophecy. Okay? It said that made all the earth drunken with what? With her philosophies. It says the nations have drunken of her wine, therefore the nations are mad. That's right. So people come over here and they gotta experience the hardcore reality and truth that America ain't shit at the end of the day. The streets are not paved with gold. Okay? Like you was taught back out there in your third world home. Then when you come to America, you see that this shit is some BS, man. That you were basically lied to. So it says the nations are mad. It says Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. How for her take balm for her pain, if so be she may be healed. Okay? Yeah, America's being destroyed from the inside out. It's all corrupted. Government is corrupt. Right? The economy is just spiraling down the drain, man. Okay? To the point where they try to stimulate it and pump money, fiat currency into the economy, which leads to inflation and eventually hyperinflation, man. To the point where the dollar is being devalued and the price of everything, the cost of living is just on a constant uprise, man. Okay? So, you could put all these stimulus packages and it ain't doing anything but making shit worse at the end of the day. That's why it says, how for her take balm for her pain, if so be she may be healed. Okay? But she's not being healed. The stimulus packages are not curbing the falling economy, man. Okay? You can't put a band-aid on a gunshot wound so you can understand. All right? It says, we would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Forsake her and let us go everyone into his own country. That's right, man. So, people that are smart, that are rich people, they're not raising their kids out here in America. A lot of these Hollywood actors and these people with money, right? These social elites and these oligarchs and such, they're raising their kids in other parts of the world, man. And also they pulling their money out of America and investing their resources in different countries, man. Okay? All right? So America's fucked, man, at the end of the day. It says, for her judgment reacheth unto heaven and is lifted up even to the skies, man. Okay? Yeah, so America's going to be destroyed. So all them immigrants from them foreign countries who are not Israelites, all right, y'all basically coming over here to be judged at the end of the day. Okay? And it's really because of some shit that you've done to an Israelite in the past. All right? That the Most High got you flocking over here to America so you can meet your judgment, man. Which is going to be death and destruction. Okay? If you a goddamn Hamite, Arab, a Chinaman, a Coolie East Indian, okay? Chances are you've done something real fucked up to an Israelite, which are God's chosen people, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and North American Indians in a past lifetime. And the Most High had it when you made your way over here to America to be basically obliterated with nuclear destruction. All right? Now, this is the book of Hosea, chapter 9, verse 13. I'm going to end it on this note. Okay? It says, Ephraim, as I saw Tyrus, is planted in a pleasant place. Now, we know Ephraim to be you Puerto Ricans. Okay? Ephraim is a tribe of Israel, which is you so-called Puerto Ricans. All right? It says, Ephraim, as I saw Tyrus, is planted in a pleasant place. That's right. The island of Puerto Rico. Okay? Which is a beautiful island. It was a beautiful island at one time before the so-called white man, them Spaniards came over here. Them conquistadors came over there and basically raped it for all of his resources and minerals, man, and riches, gold, rubies, okay, all kind of natural things of value that was in that land. Got robbed, man. All right. So Ephraim was planted in a pleasant place, which is the island of Puerto Rico, okay? But also Ephraim represents the whole northern kingdom because Ephraim was the head tribe of the northern kingdom, or you Latin tribes, I should say, so to speak. All right? It says, but Ephraim shall bring forth his children to the murderer. All right? Yeah. Ephraim shall bring forth his children to the murderer. Who is the murderer? The murderer is the so-called white man, the nation of Edom, okay? America, right? And when you look at the great migration of the Puerto Ricans back in the 1950s, especially, you know, when airplanes and shit, you know, were invented and became popular, Puerto Ricans used to fly to America, to them northern cities, New York, Philadelphia, Chicago, you know, by the masses, man, you know. And this was the fulfillment of prophecy in the book of Hosea, the 9th chapter and the 13th verse that I'm reading. It says, but Ephraim shall bring forth his children to the murderer. Okay? So a lot of Puerto Ricans migrated to America back in the 50s, man. All right? Now, like I said, Ephraim represents the northern kingdom. Because you got the other Latin tribes, man. All right? That are doing the same thing. Migrating their way up here to America. To the murderer. All right? And a lot of them, unfortunately, are going to wind up being put to death, man. You Mexicans, Venezuelans, you know, you El Salvadorians, Honduras, people from Honduras, Colombia, and such, who are Israelites, by the way, okay, making your way to America, a lot of you are going to be put to death. But, like we read in Jeremiah, the 51st chapter, the Lord said he hasn't forsaken Israel. So even out of them migrants, them Latino migrants, there's an elect that are going to come back to their nationality, and they're going to wind up being delivered, man. Okay? All right? According to prophecy, man. All right? So I'm going to end this video on that note. I'm going to say Shalom, Wabarakim. Hopefully this was edifying to you brothers out there. Abaratazah, see you in the next one. Shalom.